boy Nick Carthan. Man, I appreciate everybody that's coming in right now. Welcome to the curious case, the curious red flags of Nick Carthan, the high school stories. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In the year of 95, going on 96, I was a graduate of St. Anthony of Padua. I took a test that I thought only the elite would be able to take. It was an art test to get into a high school called Art and Design. I passed the test and I was accepted. Now, let me let you know, before I get into that, I was a dope artist. I was the dopest artist in Queens. I could draw in pen. If you could draw in pen, that means you was the shit. Girls are coming up to me like, "Oh, can you draw me this picture?" I'm like, "Yo, listen, I hope you know I can draw this in pen." When you knew how to draw in pen and you wasn't doing pencil, that means that you was somebody. I was a made man. I was going to Art and Design. I let them know, listen, I'm leaving Queens and I'm going to the city. I'm about to be part of a huge team. Fast forward, I go to orientation. I go to orientation with my dad at Art and Design. I walk in there, I only see white and Chinese kids. At this point, I'm like, I'm about to be the AC Slater of Art and Design. See, I grew up on all type of sitcoms like Saved by the Bell, you know, Swans Crossing, Power Rangers. So I had a vision of how high school was supposed to be. I walked into the school, I saw Asian kids, I saw white kids. I'm like, I'm about to run this shit. When I sit down at the desk, there was a kid there. His name was Lee, an Asian kid. Lee asked me, he said, "Hey man, you know, hold up, let me be fair. Hi, my name is Lee." I said, "Hey man," I don't know if Lee spoke like that, but that's just the sound I'm gonna give him for today. He said, "Hi, my name is Lee. What's your name?" I said, "My name is Anthony Nicholas Carthan." He was like, "Oh, what kind of art are you here for?" I was like, "I'm here for cartooning." He said, "Cartooning? Me too." I said, "For real, Lee?" Because now I'm cocky. I'm like, "Kid, nobody draw better than me." You understand what I'm saying? So he was like, he pulled out a picture and he was like, "Look, while we waiting for all the announcement to be made, why don't we draw this picture?" I'm like, "Man, I'm at the bust Lee's ass." I pull out my pencil and I said, "Wait a minute, pencil?" I pulled out my pen and I start drawing the picture of Ryu from Street Fighter. I'm drawing the picture of Ryu from Street Fighter and I'm looking at Lee like, "I'm using pen, bruh. I'm using pen. Like, don't you know I'm the best in New York City?" While I'm drawing, I look up. Lee has 2 pencils in both his hands. He's drawing the same picture on 2 different pieces of paper with both hands, looking at me the whole time like this. Ah, 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 ah. At this point, I realized I wasn't special no more. What was I doing? Why did I choose this school? Lee starts to notice that all my emotion and my ego was crushed. He goes, "Never fear. Me and you, we could be friends." I said, "Cool, man." I said, "Lee, you excited about school?" He said, "Yeah, I'm excited." I said, "All right, cool, man. Yo, look, school starts September 24th. I'll see you that day." When I go home, man, I'm excited for school at this point. Like I said, it was Asian and white kids there. I'm like, I'm about to be the AC Slater of high school. My cousin Carlos, he chose to take me shopping. I'm like, "Carlos, listen, I don't need any of your help. I already know what I'm about to wear. I'm a big fan of Happy Days. If you know me, I'm a big fan of the Fonz. The Fonz was who I grew up on." So we went to the mall. I bought 5 pair of Beagle Boy jeans. 5 pairs. The tightest I could find. That's what the Fonz had. I had me some oily black boots, and I took my dad's brown suede jacket. I bought unlimited white t-shirts. At this point, they're about to meet the black version of the Fonz. Man, that day before school, I had my white t-shirt, my suede jacket, my tight-ass black jeans on the bed, and I'm ready to get to work. The next morning, we get on the train, me and my dad. My dad worked 4 blocks away from the school. I'm 5'3". I can't even reach the pole. So my dad had to find me a seat, or I wasn't going to make it. We get to the school. My dad walks me up to the school. He says, son, you be the best you could be. I walk into the school. I'm looking for Lee. I can't find Lee. I can't find Lee anywhere. But I'll tell you what I did see. I done seen a bunch of kids all inside of the cafeteria just waiting. I'm walking there, Fonzie type walk. I walk inside the room, I bust in there, and I'm not making this up. I go, hey, in my mind, hey, as I walk in. The first thing I heard was a female voice. Yo, look at that nigga in them tight ass pants. He ain't got no dick. One kid said, look how tight his jeans is. If he farts, a bubble's gonna go down the side of his leg. Fag. Yo, where you get that suede jacket from? One kid walked up to me. He wasn't Asian. He wasn't white. He had a mouthful of gold teeth. He said, where'd you get that suede jacket from, nigga? At this moment, I'm terrified. Where the hell is Lee? Lee is nowhere to be found. I ripped my jacket. I'm like, hey, man, this the Fonz. He said, nigga, the Fonz. Yo, where did Vanilla Boy come from? At this point, I start to feel small. My hair, I had tons of hair grease in my head at the time. I didn't know what I was doing. I had an afro. The grease started to just come down my skin. At this moment, I knew this was going to be a new adventure. As we finish, I meet my first friend, because I can't find Lee. His name was Daniel. While the kids were teasing me, and the kid with gold teeth kept pulling on my jacket, Daniel walks over. He says, yo, leave him alone. The big kids go, yo, who you think you talking to? He's like, hey, man, leave him alone. He's new. I grew up on TV. The only type of fighting I knew about was Hulkamania, was wrestling. So I said, hey, Daniel, listen, brother. I can take care of myself. Everybody starts laughing. They're like, yo, who is this nigga? First he come in here with the Fonz jacket. Now he's talking like he likes wrestling. What's wrong with this dude? I'm like, hey, listen, brother. Because at this point, I'm trained to know if I get him in a headlock, whoever gets someone in the headlock first wins the fight. I'm saying, listen here, brother. Everybody's laughing, but I'm thinking in my mind, they're rooting me on. They say, yeah, Hogan. The girl's like, ah, shit, there go Hogan. But they're egging me on for an ass whooping. I'm like, come on, listen here, brother. You heard what he said. Leave me the hell alone. Before, you don't want to know what's going to happen. Because I'm from Queens. I came here to draw. What you going to do when Hulkamania gets hold of you? Yo, the kids say, obviously he's crazy. And they walk away. Time goes by. I go to the cafeteria. Me and my new friend Daniel, who I just met, we go to the cafeteria together. We get our tater tots. We're eating food. That same kid with the gold teeth was picking on a girl. This has happened to be Freshman Friday. I said, Daniel, look at that dude over there. He's messing with that girl. Daniel's like, just mind your business. I'm thinking in my mind, hey, it's my first day. You know what I'm saying? That kid was talking shit. He walked away because of my, my WWF presence. I stand up in the middle of the cafeteria. I said, listen, brother. He said, yo, nigga, are you crazy? I said, listen here, brother. You leave that girl's tater tots alone. Daniel's like, yo, chill, man. I said, Daniel, you're going to be my macho man. We're going to stand here and we're going to take it right to this motherfucker. What you going to do when Hulkamania gets a hold of you? Man, Daniel just said, hey, man, he looks at me, he says, look, if I help you, you got my back? I said, listen here, brother. We're about the white, the red, and the blue, and the stars. All we got to do is take out. He said, all right, whatever, man. I got your back. Daniel stands right in front of me. He said, yo, motherfucker, y'all better back up. This is my boy. You better leave this girl alone. The kids told Daniel and me, yo, we going to whoop your asses. When they leave, Daniel starts saying, yo, bro, do you know what you just got us into? Man, I feel like I'm in Hulkamania mode right now. Daniel is like Mean Gene. Kids are walking up to me like, yo, you about to fight big? Yo, you about to fight big Jason? Jason's a senior. Man, I start talking to the kids like I was holding an interview. Let me tell you something, brother. I came here to draw. I'm a cartoonist. I'm the best cartoonist in Queens, South Ozone Park there is. There's nobody gonna tell me where and where I cannot go. God damn it. See, I see that big bully over there. He thinks this is Freshman Friday, and he thinks he's just gonna run us out of the school. Well, let me tell you something, brother. I believe in courage. I believe in freedom. What you're gonna do when Big Nick the Bobowski gets his hands on you? That was my wrestling name at the time. Big Nick the Bobowski. The school bell rings and we're heading to class. School bell rings and we're heading to class. It's quiet. Me and Daniel upstairs walking. We're talking to each other. This big hand comes out of nowhere and he grabs Daniel by the face and he slams him on the floor. I've never seen boots this big before. Size 16, size 24, NBA athlete boots. They're kicking the shit out of Daniel. Daniel, the one thing I saw was Daniel reach out to me. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if I was moonwalking, but I kept moving backwards. My mind was like, help him. But my body was telling me, no, ho, ho. I moonwalked back into the class. The last thing I saw was Daniel go, Anthony! And I just closed the door. Some of y'all might be saying, well, goddamn, what kind of friend are you? Shit, it was my first day of school. What was I going to tell my mother? What was I going to tell my dad? I came here to draw. It was either me being successful or me leaving and going to the hospital at this point. Some of y'all might be like, well, goddamn, I wouldn't be here to tell you the story today. I had to do what I had to do. My mother's from Trinidad. I can hear her in my head right now. Oh my God, my son, I never even wanted him to go to school in the city. I never even wanted him to go to school in the city. Why my son, why? I went home. They never knew nothing about this. I lived to go another day. I never saw Daniel again. I went to the bathroom that day. Those same kids came in the bathroom like, yo, what's up, nigga? You next, right? You ain't want to help your friend? I did what anybody else would do. Hey, man, he was on some Spanish shit. You know what I'm saying? We stick together. We brothers. You know what I'm saying? At this point, they were like, all right. At this point, I survived. I pulled the race card. I told him, I said, hey, man, that kid told me he was a Latin king, and he told me I had to help him. I didn't want to help him. You know what I'm saying? They let me off. They sort of fed. My jeans was tight. The whole front was sweating. Time went by. Daniel was no longer in the school, and I still couldn't find Lee. I went weeks without finding Lee. So I came across another friend. His kid's name was Michael Havis. Rest in peace. Michael Havis was an Italian kid who loved the movie Rocky. He liked Rocky so much, he talked like Rocky every day of school. Yo, Anthony, yo, you go to gym class today? I was like, yeah, man. Hey, yo, when we go to gym class, you know, I'm going to try out for the basketball team. You know what I'm saying? Hey, where do you live? I'm like, I live in Queens. He's like, I live in Queens too. I live in Florence Hills. You know, I live in Forest Hills, man. What train do you take, huh? I said, I take the E train. You take the E train? I take the E train. Me and you, hey, yeah. We'll take the E train together. We sat in gym class together. This brings me to one of my teachers, Mr. Dinner. Mr. Dinner was our gym teacher. God rest his soul, rest in peace as well. Mr. Dinner was the most out-of-shape gym teacher in the world. He was an alcoholic. He would sit there in gym every day and be like this. Hey, everybody, serious floor spots. What the? God damn it. Everybody sit on your floor spots. You want to be strong or what? Sit on your floor spots. Son of a bitch. He would always have his phone in his hand. He was always cursing. I think he was cursing at his wife. He's like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? I was going to make that motherfucking gym teacher. What do you want from me? Son of a, everybody on your floor spot. Why do I have to talk to you more than one time? Get your fucking floor spot. That was Mr. Dinner. He was my gym teacher. That same day, I watched a group of kids get jumped. Apparently, around this time, JanSports were important. They were stealing JanSports strings. I was like, shit, what kind of school did I sign up for? I thought I came here to draw. And now I got to protect my JanSport and my JanSport strings? From the part of this story, I'm letting you know right now, it wasn't going to be real good. Michael was a part of the biggest lie I ever told in my life. It was December. I had a curfew. My mother and my father, they wanted me home at 3:30. School got out at 2:30. My dad knew it only took 10 minutes to get to the E train. The E train would get me to Union Turnpike, and I would transfer to the Q10, and I would get there exactly at 3:30. If I could only get home by 3:40, all it was my ass. Michael one day was like, hey, yo, after school, you want to go to FEO Schwartz? I was like, what's FEO Schwartz? He's like, yo, it's the biggest toy store. It's the biggest fucking toy store you'll ever see. You want to go? So I went with Mike to FEO Schwartz. Man, we went to FEO Schwartz. Mike was the first professional crook I ever met. He was going in to steal G.I. Joes. Mike was stealing G.I. Joes every day. Man, Mike must have had 14 G.I. Joes in his bag that day. It was about to be 3 o'clock. I said, Mike, I got to get out of here. Mike was like, hey, you got to go home? I'm like, I don't got to go home, man. I'm good. Grown-ass man. I didn't get home till 7 o'clock. When I got home at 7, there was police outside. I could hear my mother a corner away. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. My son, Jesus Christ. My son, Jesus Christ. My son, Jesus Christ. My Jesus Christ. What happened? He went to school for art. Did he get robbed by a pencil? Did he get robbed by a pen? Oh, my God. Police. I could draw a picture of him. You know what? If my son was here, he would draw the picture for you. He would draw the picture for you, but he's not here because my son is the best artist in Queens. I walk up and my mother goes, oh my God, my son, where were you? The police was like, Sonny, they asked me, was I okay? At this point, I knew I was in trouble. I came up with the biggest lie ever. Mom, these Bloods came up to the school and they chased me from 53rd Street and 3rd Avenue in Manhattan to 145th Street and Lenox Avenue. My mother said, what? Because my mother didn't know nothing about the city at this time. What? 53rd Street to 145th Street Avenue? So let me tell you guys something. In Manhattan, 53rd Street to 145th Street and Lenox is far as shit. Not only the streets, but also the avenues. So I'm selling. I'm like, yeah, he was running. I kept running. I kept taking water breaks. I kept running. My dad came home. He said, son, why are you late? I was gonna tell my dad a different story because I knew that shit wasn't gonna fly. You understand what I'm saying? Before I could say anything, oh my God, Anthony, the blood, some big clown, a gang clown, they chased him from 53rd Street to 145th Street in Harlem. My dad looked at me and was like, son, is this true? All I could do was look him in his eye. You goddamn right it's true. My dad said, I'm going to go up to that school tomorrow, and I'm going to whoop every gang member's ass. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to be right there behind you. I said, I almost survived. What happens? What do you guys think happened? The phone rings, and the voicemail picks up. That's right. Back in the day, we had an answering machine. Hey, yo, how you doing, Mrs. Carthan, Mr. Carthan? I just want to make sure Anthony came home safely, you know what I'm saying? Me and Anthony, we went to FBO Shorts, you know, and, you know, I just want to make sure he's okay. I heard there was a situation in the train. Yeah, well, you guys have a good day. God bless. Anthony! He hung up. My dad told me to come in the room. He made me listen to the answering machine 4 times. He said, who's this? I said, I don't know. I don't know who that is. That's probably the gang member. He said, that's the gang member? He plays it again. Hey, Mr. Carthan, Mrs. Carthan, I want to make sure that he came home safe. You know, I've been friend Michael. I ain't Michael later, so I want to make sure that he's okay. My dad calls Michael's house. Hey, Mr. Carthan, what's going on? Hey, listen, I want to make sure Anthony came home. You know what I'm saying? Anthony told me he could stay as long as he want, you know, but I know I got to get home at 6 o'clock. He decided to get home at 7:30, you know what I mean? Dad hung up the phone. We're going to switch to the next story. You all know what happened. Now, y'all look at that picture on the top. Y'all see my hair. I had no swag. I had 5 pairs of bigger boy jeans. I had to keep rotating my nuts because at one point I had to realize the pants was too tight. I was in the lunchroom one day going to buy some Butter Crunch cookies. Butter Crunch cookies cost no more than 75 cents. As I got my Butter Crunch cookie, this light-skinned brown hand grabbed the Butter Crunch cookies. I turned around like, yo, that's my Butter Crunch. This girl stuffed the cookies in her mouth. She's like, yeah, I'm eating your Butter Crunch cookies. What's up, nigga? Want me to whoop your ass? While she's crunching the cookies, I can see her braces. Light skin, thick, beady eyes. She's threatening me the whole time. But something's going on in my pants at this point. This was the first time to let me know I'm attracted to abuse. This girl was cursing me out and I was falling in love. I don't want to say her name, but her nickname is Big Z. Big Z, at this time, was thick. She had on Timbs. She was eating my Butter Crunch. And I was like, it's okay, you can keep it. She's like, that's right, motherfucker. So I'll whoop your ass. She said, you lucky I didn't whoop it yet because you lucky you cute. She pulled out a cigarette. She smoked it. I was just mesmerized. I've never seen a girl curse me out while her titties bounced at the same time she was cursing me out on beat. She said I was cute. She even kissed me on the cheek. I said, but what about my Butter Crunch cookie? She said, oh, nah, you're not going to get that shit back, nigga. You lucky you cute. That was the first crush I had in high school. That same day, I met another friend. I don't want to say his name. He's one of my best friends today. They call him El Jefe. El Jefe and I was riding the train. My parents raised me very, very well, man. They raised me to follow the rules. This particular day, I had to piss bad. Had to pee. I was on the E train. El Jefe was like, yo, man, why don't you just piss the train? I'm like, I can't do that, man. You can get in trouble for that. I want to get a fine. He like, man, if you just don't take that piss. I held it as long as possible till I said, fuck it. Had on tight-ass bigger boy jeans with the largest, hottest pitch stain ever. El Jefe tried to help me out. And he took some mouth mint and he sprayed it on the pitch stain. It smelled like mint and piss. I walked 30 blocks home that day. While me and El Jefe walked home, I said, man, school's already messed up for me. Please don't tell nobody. He said, I got you. The next day I came to school, I went to homeroom. When I sat down, all the kids in the school were going, piss. 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 At this point, I knew El Jefe betrayed me. He told everybody in the school I pissed myself. We're coming towards the end of the 9th grade. Things were going bad. And then I finally met someone who would resonate throughout my all 4 years of school. Her nickname, Bow-Legged Brisbane. I met this girl. She was cursing her mother out in the hallway one day. Her legs bent back like this. She walked like a minotaur. She saw me one day in the lunchroom and she said, hey, I see you having a lot of trouble in the school. I'm like, yeah. She said, you're kind of cute. That's probably the best thing I heard all year. She told me I look like Sean Diddy Combs. That was the last day of school of the 9th grade. The whole summer, I told myself when I came back in the 10th grade, I would get her. On the last day of the 9th grade, I still couldn't find Lee. Lee was nowhere to be found. At this point, I wanted to go to the dean's office and put out a missing persons report. Because Brisbane told me that I look like she liked Puff Daddy, the whole summer, this is when I'll Be Missing You came out. The whole summer I kept watching the I'll Be Missing You video, trying to be Puff Daddy. Dum, 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 dum. Yo, I used to be rock the show. Yo, Notorious ain't got to know that I think one. The whole time, I said I'm gonna be Puffy. Got me a couple of pair of white jeans that I saw that he had on in the video, and I was ready to go to the 10th grade. Now we enter the 10th grade. 10th grade enters. I come back. I got braces. I still got a scraggly ass afro. And my homeroom teacher is Miss Glussman. Miss Glussman was this old lady. God rest her soul. She had a gizzard that hung from her neck just like this. She talked like this. Hello, everybody. And she couldn't hear. When she would call attendance, she'd be like, hello, is Aaron here? Shut up, bitch. Oh, okay, it's okay. Aaron's here. We would curse her out all day. Call her all types of shit. You old fuck. Okay. I know. Okay. Y'all guys want to learn? Yeah, bitch. Okay. Our seats sat across from each other. Man, 10th grade, my hormones are raging. There was a girl that sat right across from me. Her nicknamed Yammy. Yammy used to wear the tightest blue jeans in the world, man. She always had her legs open. She had like the tightest camel toe. I always made it to class on time to get my front seat because I knew she would always have her legs open. Once again, El Jefe told Yammy that every day I sat in front of the class, I was looking between her legs. One day when the bell rang, I went outside. Yammy grabbed me by the throat and slammed me against the wall. In her Cuban accent, she was like, you fucking pervert. You looking between my legs? You want my daddy to kill you? I'm like, shit, it's worth it. I mean, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Not only was she strong, but them jeans was tight as shit. At this point, I knew this was a red flag and I had an issue. Because Yammy became my second crush. I don't know what it is about abuse, but I started to love it. I met another kid at the time. This dude looked just like Jaleel White. You might know him as Steve Urkel. Urkel became my friend. Me and Urkel would get picked on all throughout the 10th grade, every day. Once again, the bow-legged Brisbane came into my life. Around this time, she told me that I want to be her man. And I was like, cool. She's like, listen, we only talk to me when I approach you. I was like, cool. I don't even know what it is to have a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I didn't question her when she walked around with the other niggas all the time. I minded my business. I was just happy to have a girlfriend. Her name was the bow-legged Brisbane. I started telling people that she was my girl. People didn't believe me. I was like, whatever, y'all can hate. Shit, I'm winning. One day she came up to me and she's like, didn't I tell you not to tell nobody we're together? I said, but I only told a few people, my friends. She said, you're fucking it up. You're fucking it up. It's best that we keep the secret to ourselves. She broke up with me. I said, but what did I do? I love you. She said, you got a big goddamn mouth. That's what it is. You need to shut up. That was my first heartbreak. Bow-legged Brisbane. She hurt the shit out of me. The only person that could bring me out of this was Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown was the lunch guy. He was the guy that made sure that everybody that came inside the lunchroom was in at the right time to get to show him your program card. Mr. Brown sat right there and watched bow-legged Brisbane break up with me. He came, he said, hey, boy, come here. Let me talk to you for a second. He said, boy, you ain't got no chance with that bitch. Look at her. You know why she bow-legged like that? That's a whole lot of dick bringing that backbone back. You don't want that in your life. Plus, you wouldn't know what to do with that. This was the advice that he gave me at the time. Let's go to my school accolades. 10th grade, I didn't even want to draw anymore at this point. I wasn't into drawing anymore. I came to school to draw, and women and try to fit in took over my life. Not only was women and trying to fit in took over my life, but at this point, I'm trying to find myself. I keep jumping from crew to crew, from friend to friend, and it just wasn't working out. Rocky Mike wasn't chilling with me no more because I said Apollo Creed would beat Rocky. He didn't want to be my friend anymore. Urkel couldn't be my friend no more because he was getting picked on too much. And to be honest with you, I paid too much money for my Beagle boys to be getting dragged around the goddamn school. Coming home with trap marks, telling my dad, oh, I'm getting them dirty in gym. 10th grade wasn't really good for me. That particular summer, things started to happen. Mace came into my life. I started listening to Mace's music. I told my dad, I said, I'm tired of this afro. I cut my afro off. Something changed. I got waves. My body started to change. I started to get a muscular form. Started to get bigger. My chest just got bigger. My arms got bigger. I got stronger. When I was in summer school, girls were telling me I went from cute to sexy. I remember I listened to Sky's the Limit the whole time and said to myself, when I come back, I'm going to live the Sky's the Limit journey. I came back to high school, the 11th grade. I felt like the man. I had waves. My braces was gone. I was muscular. And new freshman girls were coming in. And all the freshman girls started to like me. I met a teacher named Mr. Healy. Mr. Healy was my global teacher and my homeroom teacher. Mr. Healy spoke like this. Hey, what the hell is going on here? Everybody sit their asses down. Mr. Healy kept it real with you. Hey, boy, I don't even know why you're coming to my class because you ain't going to amount to be shit when you grow up. At this point, I got offered my first sexual experience. It was a little short girl. She looked like Shrek. She had a mole above her eye. And I remember one day, I don't know what happened at the lunch table. She said to me, have you ever had some pussy? I'm not going to say a lie to you. I thought she was crazy. Here's why I thought she was crazy. Why the hell would I want to own a cat? I don't even like cats. Now, y'all probably wondering like, damn, Aunt, damn, Nick, you know what a pussy is? Listen, I lived a sheltered life. This is a kid that like fawns. This is a kid that like wrestling. I didn't know what the fuck pussy was. She asked me again. She said, you don't want no pussy? I said, yo, look, man, I'm not a pet guy. I've never been into cats. She was like, nigga, I'm talking about some bad stuff from vagina. So I'm like, oh, shit, some vagina? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I mean, you can't come over my house because my mom and my dad won't allow that. And she was like, well, shit, we don't got to go to your house. I said, so where we going to go? She said, look, meet me at the 6th period. We're going to cut. We're going to go to Barnes & Nobles. I'm like, I'm about to get some pussy in Barnes & Nobles. She like, yo, I got this. All right, so look, I'm going to stop right here because my time is stopping. This is the second half of the story. I'm going to stop this live